The Ghost of James Street. Orillia, Ontario is a small town with a big history. It's been around for over 200 years, and it's seen its fair share of ghosts. But there's one ghost that's more famous than all the others: the Ghost of James Street. James Street is a quiet residential street, but it's also home to a dark secret. Legend has it that a young woman was murdered there many years ago. Her body was never found, but her ghost is said to still haunt the street. The first known report of the Ghost of James Street was in 1880. A young man was walking home from work late one night when he saw a woman standing in the shadows. The woman was wearing a white dress, and she had long, flowing hair. The young man was so scared that he ran home and didn't come out again for the rest of the night. There have been many other reports of the Ghost of James Street over the years. Some people say she appears as a young woman in white, while others say she's a more transparent figure. She's often seen walking down the street, or standing in the shadows. She's also been seen crying, or screaming in pain. In 1960, a Tim Hortons employee was working late one night when she saw the Ghost of James Street standing in the doorway of the store. The woman was wearing a white dress, and she had long, flowing hair. The employee was so scared that she ran out of the store and didn't come back for the rest of the night. The Ghost of James Street is a popular tourist attraction. People come from all over to see if they can spot her. But be warned, if you do see her, be prepared to be scared. The Ghost of James Street is not just a figment of people's imagination. There's too much evidence to suggest otherwise. There have been countless reports of people seeing her, and there have been even more reports of hearing strange noises on James Street. One of the most convincing pieces of evidence is a photograph that was taken of the Ghost of James Street in 1975. The photograph shows a young woman in white standing in the middle of the street. The woman is transparent, and her eyes are filled with sadness. The Ghost of James Street is a reminder that even the most ordinary places can be hiding dark secrets. It's a reminder that we should never take anything for granted, and that there's always more to the story than meets the eye. If you're ever in Orillia, and you're feeling brave, you might want to take a walk down James Street. But be warned, you might not be alone. The Ghost of James Street is a tragic figure. She was murdered in cold blood, and her body was never found. Her ghost is said to be searching for her killer, and she will not rest until she finds him. The Ghost of James Street is also a warning to others. She is a reminder that we should be careful who we trust, and that we should never take our safety for granted. If you ever see the Ghost of James Street, be sure to respect her. She is a victim of violence, and she deserves our compassion.